It's been a beautiful journey. It's definitely been one with a lot of ups and downs. My inner child needs to be represented in this journey, to be very honest. She definitely was one that loved food a lot. I had a lot of beautiful food experiences and memories with my dad and with people I love. ONA is actually my father's name. I've always loved food. I remember basically going through cities, looking for the holes in the walls, finding restaurants, just seeking flavor anywhere we could find it. It's definitely been a journey where I've intentionally sought out great food, great flavors with people I love. ONA has been almost like a homecoming of love. I had a business partner open a restaurant in Lekki, and from there moved on to here. That definitely helped get my feet wet as far as owning a restaurant and all that, and that was definitely a beautiful experience in itself. But this has been the pièce de résistance, it's been the pie. It's been good. It's been fun. It's been adventurous. I'm really happy that we've been able to connect with our guests. We've been able to basically have them feel certain emotions, see that we're doing our best to be authentic, yet bold in our flavors, in our menu, in our story. So it's been very, very interesting. My kids are inspired. So, I can imagine that it has definitely helped a good amount of women and people in general find their voice, find their authenticity. So it's been fun. The female entrepreneurs in the industry and just in general in Nigeria have been really uplifting. I feel like they've laid flowers at my feet I'm going through my worst, and they've uplifted me. They've held me up. Basically helped encourage. Yeah, just water me when I feel empty or I'm worried or I feel like I've lost my direction. They've been really inspiring, been really helpful. They've been really supportive. I'm really thankful for the community that I have in general here, both female and male, but especially the females, because they are the ones that truly understand the struggle, especially being a woman of color. It's definitely an uphill battle. You have to work twice as hard and try to prove yourself over and over again and be as professional as possible. It's been nice. It's been nice. It's been enriching, to be very honest. Yeah. Some women that have been really inspiring and definitely been there for me a lot in the coming of ONA and even just properly telling my story here. Definitely have been Chef Sahara. She's an Ethiopian chef in Lagos. She's been my rock. She's been there through the thick and the thin. I'm a mother of three and a single mother now. She's definitely been there for me, supported me, encouraged me, stood by my side. Also Chef Ben, but he's a man, but he's also been there for me a lot. But in the spirit of International Women's Day, other women that have been there for me, I would definitely say Yagazi Emezi. She has been there for me a lot, encouraged, told me the honest truth even when it was hard to hear, and been there regardless of the outcome and regardless of the choices I decided to make. So these are people that have been really instrumental. It's a lot more people, but those three have been truly inspirational. And my sister and my mother, of course. My one sister in particular, Eddie, she has a fashion brand, Kaye. She's been really supportive, and my mom. So yeah, I'm really thankful for the community I have in general, to be very honest. I feel like entrepreneurs in general face a lot of challenges in Nigeria, but a woman of color in Nigeria owning a business in hospitality, that has been very interesting. I feel like as far as even having staff and building your team and all that, and just kind of having that go-getter mentality, there are times where you get questioned and it's almost like people expect you to act from an emotional standpoint, but it's something where I love chess. I'm very logical. I'm very logical, but of course I'm very deeply emotional. I'm an empath, so I have to balance those two sides of who I am to make sure that I make the right decisions. Have to be super critical in my assessment of things. Have to be on top of things. So I mean, even if things have been done by professionals, most of the time I find myself having to go over again, just making sure that things are done to the way the standard I'm looking for. So that has been very important in growing ONA to be what I want ONA to be. It's been a vision I've had for years, so I'm really happy that it's coming to pass in this beautiful way, and people are appreciating what we have here. So definitely just being on top of everything, being super professional, because I feel like when people see it's a woman that owns it, it's almost like, oh, well, I'm like, oh, no, don't try it. Like, we're not going there. It's very important to, like, you know, I sometimes, to be very honest, which is very interesting, I actually imagine my father and imagine standing in his shadow, and I'm like, you know what? I know he's a no-nonsense person, and he would want this to be done in the right way. So definitely emotions in the back burner as much as possible, but definitely I lean into a lot my femininity when it comes to some really tough decisions, because I do realize that there's a lot of power in softness. There is a lot of power in softness. I've also, more recent years, more like last year to this year, I've actually also learned how to listen to my intuitive mind a lot more and like use that to figure out what's the right way to approach things. So, I mean, there is, of course, leaning into masculine energy, but a lot of my feminine energy definitely comes into play when I'm running what I'm doing, because I need to make sure that it goes well with my soul and not my ego. So it's been a very coming to self also, you know, not just homecoming. So homecoming fully, it's been nice. I would say being authentic is very important. Whatever you're doing, whatever industry you're in, whatever choice of expression you decide to go down with, or the path you decide to lean more towards, I know it's very important to be authentic. There's nothing that's done well without authenticity. No matter how smart you are, no matter how good you're regurgitating things, you need to have it ring true to your soul. There has to be a deeper meaning or purpose. For women in the industry that are trying to build their businesses, build their brands, I think they need to find something from their inner child, if you may, or from their childhood, or from where they come from, something that rings true to them. So identity in whatever you're doing is very important. So whatever you're doing must reflect who you are. Thank you for having me.